What's up, DB fans? What up, my fellow Ningen? This is the one and only Cyberman312 coming at you live from the 31st universe, bringing you an ad-free rendition of Dragon Ball Super predictions. So yeah, just gonna talk some predictions on episode 74, and mainly a possible weakness for Wadagash here, the main villain for Gohan here for this little mini filler arc. So we got Wadagash, this big blue, monstrous looking being. Who would have thought that a little alien like this could evolve into that? But here, we're gonna see some more great Saiyaman action. Pan may be involved here, but here's that actress again. We're gonna see a little bit more about this filler character, and we're gonna see more about Wadagash, Gohan's villain here. We're gonna really see how strong Gohan is right now, as Wadagash is gonna be the one to put Gohan's strength to the test. But Gohan, he says he won't lose, but Videl obviously worried for her husband, and Barry Khan is Wadagash's new host, so that gives him the ability to have enough strength to throw the Great Saiyaman around and knock him out for a bit. But looks like he's going to transform, and like I said, Pan may be involved in this. I'll explain why in a bit. And what could this light be? Who knows? Y'all let me know in the comments section what you think. That was just like a weird explosion. If you see the preview, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But we're going to see some Jaco action as well. And we may see a team up, Great Saiyaman and Jaco versus Wadagash. That would be a pretty interesting matchup. But looks like the versus matchup is going to be a little short-lived because, maybe Jaco is going to notice that the Great Saiyaman has a fellow Ningen on his back, and so he's probably, going to look out for that human. And looks like here some destruction, some rubble. Looks like something jumped out of a building or something. It could be Wadagash or Barry Khan escaping from Great Saiyaman. But it looks like it. I'm going to predict that this may be just a movie scene that they're going to record. And it might just be an action scene that the Great Saiyaman is involved in. And Gohan's obviously probably doing a stunt. But here's Great Saiyaman probably arriving at the scene of the destruction that Wadagash has caused, and he's probably thinking, man, I could have ended this a long time ago by chasing that little Wadagash parasite that I saw escape, but oh well, and now it's an even bigger problem. But now here's Pan. Now she may be involved here in the actual destruction of Wadagash, and I'll explain a little bit more, so why a little bit, in a little bit, but here's we're gonna see a little bit more about this actress here, this filler actress. Little distraction here, but here's a Great Saiyaman probably seeing Wadagash transform into what I believe, it's probably gonna be most likely his final form. This big monstrous looking being right here. There we see the. Now, there's something I want to point out about the little Wadagash parasite. Obviously, it latches onto your head, and that's how it basically takes over your mind and your body. But if you notice here, initially when it took over the bank robber, it was a little offset, off to the side. And the more, after he transformed and the more it, took control over this guy, it looks like it kind of went more to the center. And if you notice here with Barry Khan, when he's initially taken over by it, it's a little off to the side. If you see him as like his initial form, where they just looks like he just gets, really buff, and it looks like those are hairs. I don't know what those are, but something happened to his skin there. But there's his final form there, and it looks like the parasite is more latched onto the to the center of the forehead, just like right here. So it looks like the more it takes control over you, the more centralized it gets. But here it looks like it's just fully latched on, and he just looks like fully morphed into, the parasite has just fully taken over Barry Khan's body. That's what I'm going to predict, that, Wadagash is going to fully take over Barry Khan's body, fully take over his hate for Great Saiyaman and Gohan, and, I guess he's gonna find out. Yeah, it's gonna be like Spider-Man and Venom, where he's just gonna find out where when Venom finds out that Spider-Man is Peter Parker, like his hate just builds more and he gets stronger. So maybe that's what causes Wadagosh to transform into his final form. But I'm just gonna predict that Wadagosh is gonna be able to get the drop on the Great Saiyaman. Like right there, he finds out that the Great Saiyaman is Gohan, so he's gonna get his revenge, and his hate is just gonna build for it, and that's gonna make him strong enough to knock him out and get the drop on him. And maybe he can hide his key or something. That would be the only way to explain how he could get a surprise attack on Great Saiyaman slash Gohan. But and looks like we're gonna see some transformations. Obviously, Wadagosh is gonna transform into his final form, and this golden light, what could it be? It looks like Wadagosh may be witnessing the transformation of a Super Saiyan. Maybe we're going to see a Super Saiyan here. Now, I'm mainly going to predict, obviously, it's going to be Gohan, but could it also be Pan that transforms and destroys Wadagosh as a Super Saiyan? But how are they going to defeat Barry Khan? Obviously, they're going to have to be careful because he's a fellow Ningen. So, my prediction is that his weakness is actually just going to be that little ball. Pan is probably going to yank that little ball off of Barry Khan's head, and maybe that'll make him go back to normal. But this golden light here, I try to zoom in as much as possible, and it looks like it's the Great Saiyaman, and I don't know what he's doing, but I have no idea what this could be. If you all could let me know down there in the comments section, just go ahead and type it in. Type in your opinion. Type in your prediction, what you think it's going to be. I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much for checking out the video. As always, it means a lot. And, as always, take care.